There are footballers who defined an era, and then there's Neymar, the one who should have. The flair, the magic, the numbers, all there. But ask yourself this: when the dust settles and we talk about legends, will Neymar's name come up with Messi, Ronaldo, Zidane, Ronaldinho, or will he be remembered as the player who had it all, but somehow left us wanting more? This is the Neymar dilemma: greatness without legacy. Before he even kicked a ball in Europe, Neymar was already a superstar. In Brazil, he wasn't just the next big thing, he was the one. The kid from Santos who played like street football never left his bloodstream. Every time he stepped on the pitch, it felt like something was about to happen. His dribbles weren't just effective, they were electric, entertaining, chaotic. He wasn't trying to beat defenders, he was dancing through them. That goal against Flamengo in 2011, that wasn't just a goal, it was a warning. A sign that Brazilian football had found its next icon. He was nominated for the Puskas Award.
Neymar.
At 19, clubs were circling. The media couldn't get enough. He had his own Nike deal, his own signature haircut, and his own gravity. He wasn't a player, he was a... What made Neymar different was that he had end product. He didn't just do tricks for the cameras, he backed it up with goals, assists, trophies. He led Santos to the Copa Libertadores, something they hadn't won since Pelé. By the time Barcelona came calling in 2013, the question wasn't if Neymar would succeed in Europe, it was how soon he'd conquer it. And when he arrived in Spain, it clicked almost immediately. Barcelona wasn't just a super club, it was a machine, a team with a style, an identity, and two of the most dangerous forwards on the planet. But Neymar wasn't there to be a passenger, he was there to evolve. The 2014-15 season became the statement: 39 goals, 10 assists, Champions League winner, a treble. And Neymar wasn't just along for the ride, he was leading it. Look at the 2015 UCL final. Neymar scores the third goal, ices the match, runs straight into history. He wasn't a shadow of Messi, he was his own star. And the trio? Messi, Suarez, Neymar, MSN. That was box office. Goals, chaos, movement, three players in sync, and yet so different. Clips of Neymar gliding past defenders, assisting with back heels, scoring from impossible angles. It wasn't just highlight material, it was legacy building. And here's the thing, he was just 23, already one of the best in the world, already delivering on the biggest stage. But for Neymar, that wasn't enough. In 2017, Neymar made the move. The most expensive transfer of all time, €222 million. From Barca to PSG. On paper, it was bold, ambitious. A player stepping out of the shadow to lead his own empire, to bring Champions League glory to Paris and carve out his own narrative. And the start? Electric.
Glorious goal for Neymar. And they might
28 goals and 2 assists. He was playing like FIFA on beginner mode, but here's where things get complicated. Neymar wasn't just brought in to dominate League One, he was brought in to win the Champions League, to go toe-to-toe with Europe's giants and win. And just when those moments came, the knockouts, the big nights, he wasn't there. Injuries. First, it was his metatarsal, then ankle issues, then fitness setbacks. Time and time again, just before the decisive games, he was gone. That's the tragedy of the PSG chapter. Not that Neymar didn't try, but that his body kept failing him. And while Mbappe began to rise, the spotlight slowly started shifting away. And in football, memory matters. And the longer it went on, the more the noise grew louder. The injuries, the parties, the celebrity lifestyle. People started to question whether Neymar wanted it, whether he still had the hunger. In reality, he never stopped caring, but public perception is ruthless. And once your narrative shifts, it's hard to pull it back. Clips of Neymar looking dejected, walking off injured, tearful. It paints a different story from the confident trickster we met a decade ago. So, where does that leave Neymar? He's Brazil's all-time top scorer. He's won every domestic trophy in France. He's been to a Champions League final. He has numbers that rival anyone from his generation. But ask any fan and the answers are conflicted. Because greatness, he has it. But legacy, that's murky. No Ballon d'Or, no Champions League as the main man, no World Cup. And as younger stars rise, Mbappe, Haaland, Vinicius, Neymar's place at the top feels less secure. He left Europe quietly, aged 31, to Saudi Arabia, with little fanfare, with unfinished business, and that's the dilemma. Neymar was a genius, one of the most talented players of the modern era. But when we talk about legacy, about those who define football, does he make the shortlist? Was he too early, too unlucky, too distracted? Or did we just expect too much from someone who made it all look so easy?